What's up everyone, WizardKen here with another Xbox One World of Tanks video. Today we're going to be reviewing the WZ-132, or at least giving my opinions about this Tier 8 Chinese light tank. Now I've played this tank for a while now, and right now you guys can see that the experience points are gone on this tank, and that's because I've already bought the Tier 9, the WZ-120. So I'm pretty excited about trying that tank out on our first impression video, but right now we're going to be reviewing the WZ-132, or like I said, giving my opinion about this tank. Like I said, I have done quite a bit of playing with this tank, a lot more than I usually do with most tanks, and that's pretty common for a style of tank that I am not really comfortable with, or one that I'm just not very good at. You know, light tanks are one of those types of tanks or style of tanks that I'm just not amazing with. Now, I've gotten a lot better with them, practicing with them over and over again. You guys have seen me on the live streams, and, you know, you've seen me on a couple of videos just playing this tank, and I've actually done pretty well playing with the light tanks, but I am still no expert with these things, but I think I'm good enough with this tank to be able to give it at least a, you know, a good enough review on it. So, right now we're going to look at the stats and stuff like that. They're going to be popping up in a few minutes. We're going to just quickly go over the stats real quick with everything upgraded on this tank. Before we get into that, I would like to apologize for Sunday. I know I was supposed to live stream and do countdowns. I'm actually going to try to do that either today or tomorrow. One of the days that I have off, I'm going to either try to do it sometime, like I said, today or tomorrow, and try to do some countdowns for you guys. I apologize for that, but unfortunately my dog got a whole bunch of fleas on it, and my wife wanted me to, you know, take care of it and then do some stuff in the yard to help prevent them from coming in. We've never had a problem with fleas before, and for some reason this year near the end, my dogs just got a whole bunch of fleas. We don't know what happened, but yeah, I had to take care of him. So, but anyways, the other thing I'm excited about is a lot of you guys have sent me a lot of great video clips about, you know, different things that you've done in World of Tanks, and I'm going to be recording that probably later on today and trying to get all of that organized for the Fan Friday on Friday. So I'm also going to be doing a video hopefully sometime this week showing you guys that don't know how to record on your Xbox One, how to do that with just the things that you are given with the Xbox One. You don't need a external recording device like I use right now, or anything like that, but this will allow you to record, like, I can't remember, like 10 or 15 seconds worth of you know, something awesome that might have happened. So if something happened on the screen, you could press a button real quick and it'll let you record the last 15 seconds that had happened. So yeah, it's a pretty cool device and I like it a lot, and it's very easy for me to go onto your guys' profiles and look at your video clips. All you need to do for me is just send me a message saying, hey, I've got this excellent clip of the T-125 and I did this, you know, or I jumped on this tank like this. And I'll go through your profile. You don't have to send it to me personally. I will go through your profile, look at your video clips, and I will look at your stuff that way, and then I will record it myself. So that I could split everybody's stuff up and this and that. So I don't know exactly the format on how I'm going to do this, whether I'm going to commentary over your guys' video clips, or if I'm going to sit there and just, you know, put some music in the background or something like that and just show off a whole bunch of your guys' stuff and different things like that. So, but anyways, let's check out the stats on this tank real quick, and then we're going to take it out and I'll talk about what I like, what I don't like about this tank, and different things like that. Alrighty guys, so we're going to go over the stats really quickly on the WZ-132. Now the hit points on this thing is 1050, which, as we talked about in the first impression video, does help you out a little bit. Now, I've had some games where I've gotten one-shotted, but that's usually because of some ridiculous amount of damage that a tank can do, like the Death Star or the Jagdpanzer E100. You know, tanks that do over 1,000 damage, the T110 E3 or E4. Anytime you run into those tanks, you're probably going to get one-shotted and killed. So it's good to stay away from those tanks. And by saying that, the speed on this thing, 64 kilometers per hour, which gets you in and out of situations pretty quickly. This has helped me out a lot. Now, the whole armor on this thing is 50 on the front, 25 on the side, and 20 on the rear. And the turret armor is 55 on the front, 35 on the sides and 20 on the rear. So not a lot of armor there. Don't expect it to really do anything for you. Now, we're using the 100mm on this tank, and the rate of fire on that is 7.06. The penetration is 189, and the damage is 250. So you're going to do a decent amount of damage. It will take you a while to kill a tier 10 and some of the tier 9s, but it's not a bad amount. You know, you're doing about 7 rounds in a minute, so it's not bad at all. Now, the other gun you can use on here is the 85mm that does 10 rounds, almost 11 rounds in a minute, 172 penetration, and only 200 damage. So, you know, figuring out which one you want to do is can be kind of tricky, but like I said, I'd like to do more penetration than you know, rate of fire kind of thing. You know, like I said the last time, it doesn't matter how many rounds you can shoot down there. I mean, we've seen light tanks on lower tiers, you know, especially these fast little autoloaders and stuff like that, just shooting rounds off so quickly, and then they're not doing anything. I've had it happen to me plenty of times where I've bounced tons of people. Even though I've shot hundreds of rounds at them, I've maybe hit them once or twice from the roll of dice, but majority of the time I bounce. So, and then they kill me. So it doesn't matter how many rounds you shoot down. If you don't have the penetration, you're not going to do much. Alrighty, guys. So let's jump into a battle and see what we can do. Alright, guys. So we're on Cliff's standard battle. We're going to be facing against some tier 10s, a lot of tier 10s, tier 9s, and one tier 7, which is the WZ-131. The tank right before the WZ-132 that we're running right now. So I've very much enjoyed this tank a lot. It's sad to see that we're going to be done with light tanks and then we're moving on to medium tanks. I mean, I'm excited to try the medium tanks. It's just I've had so much fun with these little light tanks. I mean, I've been you know, a noob with these things, and it's been fun trying to learn them and get the full experience out of these tanks. They're really fun once you get the hang of them. Like I said, I'm no expert, but the maneuverability that you get out of these tanks, I mean, look how quick this traverse is. The turret traverse is amazing. The accuracy and stuff, well, yeah. But it's not bad. This tank is really cool. It's really cool tank. And, you know, especially being a light tank, we're pretty much always hitting. I spoke too soon on that one. Because you get, you know, always your camo is on. Your camouflage rating is always on, even on the move, which is really cool for light tanks. And that's a really cool perk that you get. Now, unfortunately, we do not have our binoculars on here, so we're not getting the best view range that we could be getting with the binoculars. There we go. We're getting some people, though. We're hitting some people. Oh, shit. We're detected. Gotta move. Apparently, they don't like light tanks coming up and pestering them. Oh, Jesus. That is so funny. The problem I foresee is exactly what's going to happen right now. Is that there's a medium tank on its way around. Heavy tank's going to push 2, and we only have 4 tank destroyers over here. 5 tank destroyers, sorry. Well, that might not be bad. T-124 seems like he just got into the battle. So hopefully he can help hold down the line over there. I'm just not going to stay over there and be a part of that. I don't have the armor or anything. I do have the maneuverability to be able to move in and out. But, ooh, the WZ. He ran. He ran. Ooh, there's a tortoise. Now, technically, if we can get rid of this WZ-131 and the tortoise, we could probably sneak around their base a little bit. Of course it didn't go through. But I've really enjoyed these tanks. And they're really not bad at all. I mean, the gun, you know, of course the accuracy, roll of dice sucks here and there. But, I mean, it's not a bad tank. It really is not. It really is not. And this whole line has been so much fun to be a part of. I mean, seriously. Oh my god, the tortoise only hit our tracks and our tracks took the damage. That is amazing. That is really awesome. Ooh, get out of here. He must not have the bigger gun. He must not have the bigger gun because he should have been able to damage us pretty easily with that. The one thing I'm worried about is I want to make sure that... Oops. Shouldn't have shot him there. One thing I'm really worried about is... Hit's still too high. Waiting for the IS-4 to pull around there to help out. I don't know if I'm going to be able to hurt this guy. No. I need to be able to shoot him in the side, and I can't get to his side at the moment. But we really need to watch our left side, because this is starting to fall. So it might be good for us to back up and get a running start. This is one thing I learned, is to back up, get a running start, and then start going out after people. Like, that has been my whole thing now. Get a running start and then start going after people. Because it does take this tank a little bit of time to get up there and running. Well, I was going to deal with that T-110E5, but I don't think I'm going to now. Alright, WZ is running away, which is fine with me, because now I'm going to come over here and start helping him with the T-110E5. There we go. Make sure he doesn't get hit again. This WZ is going to try to run away, and we're going to try to intercept him. Because he is a little scared. He really is. As you can see, at first we didn't start out very aggressive, but now we're getting really aggressive. Especially with the enemy team, you know, just... The enemy team not, ooh. You hit me, you little prick. Look at him. Oh, I hit you. I hit you to hurt you. Ah, we're gonna die. No, we didn't, but we almost died. That was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. That was the dumbest thing I've done with it. Actually, it's not the dumbest thing. The other day, I drove over a STB-1. Like, I just flew over top of him. It was the funniest thing ever. I couldn't believe it. Now, I've got to worry about these tanks over here seeing me. I've got to worry about this stupid little light tank. Where is he? He's got the advantage to be able to shoot on the run a little bit. This is not good. Our team might lose this. I mean, it's a very, very back and forth game. It really is. This is, I'm really, really concentrating on what to do here. You know what? I think if I could run around these houses, get around the other side of the mountain, I might be able to shoot these guys in the back. Or at least one of these guys in the back. And I think that might help our team out a lot. I really do. I really feel like I can help these guys out a little bit. You know, 250 damage isn't a lot, but it's still pecking at them, which may allow somebody with a bigger gun that just a little bit more advantage to be able to kill somebody in one hit. You know, maybe they weren't able to kill somebody in one hit because they, you know, had 250 or 300 damage still left on them. Maybe, possibly, we might be able to get away with being able to shoot these guys in the back. Something. But I'm not positive because I'm not able to get a lock on any of these guys. There's a T-110E4. I just lost him. There's a Yog Tiger. I don't know if he sees me or not. He probably does. He does. And that's not good. Shit. And then that light tank probably knows I'm over here. So he's probably going to drive around this way. Not good. Our team was doing so well. They really were. And now we're in the poo-poo factory. We really are. We're in the poo-poo factory. I'm really thinking some of these tanks are going to see me. Yes, they are. There's a T-110E4. Yeah, and he got me. Good job. GG. Ah, man. So that was a very unfortunate game. I mean, we started out really good. We spotted some tanks. We shot at them. We never got hurt, which was really good in that sense at the beginning anyways. You know, then we started getting a little bit more aggressive once we got up on top of the hill, started shooting at some people a lot more. Got hit a couple of times by the tortoise, but thankfully it didn't actually damage us at all. Now, the problem that we had was I was stupid, and I think I was thinking I wasn't going fast enough, but I wasn't paying attention to the how fast I was going in the tank, and I jumped off the edge, and I was stupid for doing it, and yeah, I should have just stayed up there and shot at that light tank and then moved down the hill slower. But that's a noob mistake, and I shouldn't have done that. Anyways, well, we got 12,690 in silver, 1,000 in experience points, which is not bad for a loss. Um, we destroyed one tank. We did 1,877 damage, which is not bad. 8 penetrations. I swear to God, I thought I detected those guys that were coming down here, but apparently I didn't. So I misspoke on there when I said that we had, able to see those guys. Apparently not. Alrighty, so we came in 5th place, which really is not the most amazing, but you know what? Going against, beating a couple of these guys is not bad at all. I thought we did a lot more than that in the sense of assisting, but apparently not. So I was hoping for a lot better score than this, but 5th place is not bad, especially when you see a lot of these guys did not do very much damage at all. I mean, the IS-7, T-110 I mean, that's just him pretty much shooting one shot and not being able to do anything. Well, you can see he shot 3 direct hits for 2, but only 1 penetrated, so not the best job from him. Waffle once again, and that's because these were probably the guys that went up towards the top area around the backside of the lighthouse, and that's like a death trap, just like the other side is where we were. But the problem is that's more of a funnel area than where we are. And it just makes it, when there's a lot of people over there, 2 or 3 tanks, not bad. But when there's more than that, sometimes they just bunch up too much. And, yeah, it's not very good. So we hit the Patton for 255, hit the Tortoise for 520, 210 317, and the WZ-131, 785. Alright guys, we're in Abbey night. I apologize for that. For some reason, Xbox screwed up, and I had to go back into another party chat, which sucks having to do that every time. It's just a bug that they have. Anyways, we're going to be going against tier 9s, tier 8s, tier 7s, so a little bit better than I've seen today. A little bit better because I've been seeing mostly tier 10s and stuff. So anyways, like I said, I've enjoyed this tank a lot. This whole line has been a lot of fun playing with the light tanks. The light tanks have been amazing. Just so much fun. So much fun to play with. These tanks, I see them out in the field and I call them little pests and stuff. And really, they are. They're fucking annoying assholes. Alright, let's see if we can spot anybody now. I was hoping so. There we go. Got a Yog Tiger spotted. Can we spot somebody else, maybe? Can we spot somebody else? Probably not. Probably not going to get a spot in. There's an E75. Oh, sorry. Alright, so we got an E75 spotted. See if we can spot somebody else. What I'm worried about is that this E75 is going on his own. Nobody else is coming to help. This is going to be a hard shot to do. And we bounced it. We bounced it. So that sucks. Now, my thoughts are, where's the rest of their team? Are they coming up our way or are they coming up the other way? That's what I'm kind of wondering right now. There's the WZ. Ah, and we missed. Shit, we're seen. Gotta move. There's a lot of tanks right there. There really is. We could probably get down here and actually go near the base a little bit. That's what I'm thinking. I'm really thinking we might be able to get down here and do something. Oh, shit. Nope. Not going to be able to do anything.
Ready to fire on target. Enemy detected. Target released. Ready to fire on target.
God damn it.
They blew off our
Of course, there's a VK after us.
track repaired. Enemy exposed. Track hit.
Alright, we hit the VK, which is not bad.
Target locked.
But we do have to get out of here.
Gotta hurt.
We have to get out of here. This is not good for us.
I can't see them anymore.
This is really not a good situation to be in. Our team has fallen. We got enemies all around us. Really not a good situation to be in. I'm actually really kind of nervous about being seen coming through here. Because I'm trying to get around their team. I'm trying to be sneaky and get around their team. But I don't know if it's going to work. This Black Prince is kind of scared. What is up there shooting at this Black Prince? T-25-2. Which does have a trolling fucking turret. Of course, we're seen. There, we'll hit the RHM. We're just gonna peck at people because this is all we can do, really. Oh, did they kill both? Oh my god, they did. GG, team. GG. That's all I gotta say. I'm happy you guys are here, helping me out. A little bit of air there. I'm really worried about going and taking the flag. I think we really need to take the flag, to be honest with you. I really do. I feel like that's something we really need to do. Woohoo!
Ready to fire.
Oh my god, magical hit. Alright, let's see if we can help these guys with like the VK and stuff. This is not a good situation to be in. It's nice. 6. See if we can hit him on the top. We can, which is good. Ah, we missed. Come on. Ah! Raise 6 in your trolling armor, you premium tank bastard. And I missed. Maybe we can help out with the Tiger. Maybe. There's a Conqueror. You know what? I'm better off just jumping on the flag. Yeah. Jump on the flag. Get this countdown going a lot better. Hopefully beat these guys. Oh my god, this could be a very close game. It really is. God damn it. Why did you have to shoot AMX 5120? Like, really? Guys. If they would get on the flag, I would actually jump off the flag, to be honest with you. But it looks like this Conqueror over here must be not even playing now. That's what I'm thinking. But not a bad game. Not a bad game. Come on, I3, get the points up here. I don't think you're gonna make it in time, buddy. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Sorry, bud.
We won!
Alrighty, so we did a victory on that one. We made 14,000 in silver, 1,159 in experience points, 1 destroyed, 749 damage, 4 penetration, 6 detections, 268 in assisting. We came in once again. Well, no, we came in 6th place this time, so which is not as good as we did last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so we did come in 6th. We were playing with some other guys that were same tier as us and stuff, but we kicked their butts pretty much. The only person that beat us was the IS. In that sense, I mean the AMX. AC-48. That's actually pretty good to be able to beat these tier 7s and stuff. But of course you can see they didn't do any damage. To be able to beat a lower tier in the stats is pretty good. It makes you feel good because you're like, those guys are always getting on top of me. I could do like 3 or 4 kills, tons of damage, and like a tier 9 beats me if I'm in my tier 10 or something. So it's it's nice to have that. Alrighty, so we helped with the spotting of the Tiger, spotted the 75, spotted the T-25-2. Let's see, assisted with the George Washington Tiger by killing him with, 17 damage. Spotting the Yog Tiger, the T-29 we spotted, the VK we spotted and did 226 damage to him. Alright, Gem, we did 264 damage to him, the I-6, 238. And that was it. So, alrighty guys, so we're going to be wrapping up this review / opinion of the WZ-132. Now, I talked about in the videos how I liked the maneuverability of this tank, especially the traverse of the tracks and the turret. I mean, the turret is super fast with this tank. You can really get locked onto a person and just circle them and outmaneuver them pretty well, except if you're going against possibly other light tanks, and then it's just down to who can get off the shots quicker and stuff like that, and the roll of dice of damage and different things like that. But anyways, but majority of the time this series has been amazing. This line has been great. I've enjoyed every light tank that I've played on the Chinese tier, and we're going to be keeping this one. This is one of the tanks I'm going to be keeping because I don't have a tier 8 light tank, and it's pretty badass to have something like that. It's pretty amazing. I think this is going to be, I don't know, how do you want to say it, a badass, especially once I get better and better at it. I think it's really good, and as a noob playing this tank, and I really consider myself a noob still, this tank has been amazing. It's been a lot of fun. It has been a lot of, how do you say it, it's been a learning experience. It really has. You know, when you're somebody like me, I mean, I learn things from tanks. I do. But sometimes you get in one heavy tank and it's just like the other, except, okay, this one has less armor. I just had to play it a little bit differently, but it's kind of the same. But, you know, jumping from something like a heavy tank Danish destroyer to this has been a huge eye-opener on what some of you guys are able to do with these tanks. And like I said, I am nowhere close to that, but you guys are amazing in these tanks. I've seen you guys play these tanks and just demolish a whole team, and I can't wait to get to that point. Now, the bad things about this tank, really, to be honest with you, the baddest things about this tank is really just the aim time on this and the accuracy. I mean, the aim time for both the 100 and the 85 are 2.29, but the accuracy on this one is 0.36, where the 85 is 0.34. And that's really the problem with this tank, is that it does take a while to aim in, and it does, you know, suck that your accuracy isn't there. I was hoping, you know, that this would have a little bit more accuracy than this, but hey, you know what? It does pretty good for what it is. I just wish for it to have a little bit more accuracy, because when you're going against higher tiers, you really need to hit those pinpoint accurate spots on those tanks, you know. Really being able to hit those weak spots, like, you know, when I shot at the T-125, of course we did hit that gunner hatch on the top, but it bounced. But majority of the time, I probably wouldn't have been able to hit that area. So it would have been nice to have pinpoint accuracy. Well, not pinpoint, but pretty good accuracy with this tank so that we can definitely make sure that we're hitting good spots on these harder to hit tanks. One of the problems we had on the map is that we couldn't get around people. We really couldn't. On Cliff, one of our hardest parts was eventually getting around everybody, and it's a risky maneuver to be able to do. And without being able to clear out some of those tanks and then be able to drive through, it made it harder for us. Luckily, we were able to eventually get through and then help out a little bit, and we were stupid for dropping off the edge of the cliff, but whatever. On the second map, on Abbey, same problem. We have a whole bunch of tier 9s coming up after us. Not much we're going to be able to do if we can't pinpoint accurately hit them in certain spots. So we did have to drive around the map a little bit to find their little weak spot in their hole. That's the funnest part on these tanks, is really finding that little weak spot that they didn't cover. That little hole that they're not going to notice you go through. Or even if they do, they're like, shit, we forgot about that spot. And then you just wreak havoc. We did get on, on Abbey. We were able to get near the that little lake, that little pond over there on the left side of the map. We went through there. We were able to shoot at the RHM. We did take a hit from the T-25 too. But after that, we were able to get in there and start shooting at some people too, and get on their base and eventually cap the base, which was really, really awesome. We could have ran back to our base to reset it, but this was my problem and thoughts on that. Resetting the cap would have been nice, but if my team wouldn't have gotten back down there, because I didn't have a lot of life. If I would have gotten shot by any tier 9, I probably would have gotten killed, or maybe in 2 shots gotten killed. So I probably could have reset the flag a couple of times, but if nobody made it there in time, this guy probably could have captured the flag. And that's if I could have even penetrated him. That's, if we can even penetrate this guy. If we couldn't have, I can't even remember what tank it was that was over there. That might actually be a good thing to look at real quick. Who's the guy that was left on there? The E75. I could have been able to penetrate him on the side and rear and stuff, but this guy probably could have killed me almost in one shot. So, really want to take that chance? Not really. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed these 2 battles. Like I said, I'm really new at these tanks. Still, I've played a good amount of battles in this tank, but I still got a long ways to go. I don't even call myself an expert on the IS-7. I think I'm really good with that tank. It's just I'm still not an expert. There's still things that baffle me on that tank. It's a hard tank. So I've put a lot of games into that tank too. So, but anyways, guys, I'm WizardKen. Thank you so much for coming up. Please hit that like button. Please leave a comment. I'll try to get back to you. Like I said, I'm going to try to do some live stream countdowns either tonight or tomorrow. I'm going to be working on your guys's videos that you sent me on the clips and stuff, so we can get that out for Fan Friday and different things like that. So, anyways, guys, until next time, see ya.